NextUP is an opportunity to recognize the people that are driving New Westminster forward today. The NewsLeader thought this would be a great way to recognize the new energy in New Westminster and all the people that are driving it. And that's what these 25 people really are all about.
I have to say it was actually really inspiring to see the list for this NextUP group. It reminded me of all of the really great examples of different cool little projects that people are taking on and going in the city. And I'd say that rather than one single person, it's more being a part of what I feel is a movement of people doing great things in the city that I find really inspiring.
Well, the beauty of New Westminster is it's such a tight-knit community. You know, whatever you're interested or passionate about, chances are there are like-minded people within the city, and I'd always recommend people that follow their passions, and you will find a community in New Westminster that will be behind and support whatever your endeavors are.
Such a great place. Moved into the city about 6 years ago, and just love it. It's just I think it's a hidden gem. A lot of people don't know it, don't realize what a great community and tight-knit community is, but also an opportunity business-wise.
I would say this is really the feeling that I'm getting like when I was working in Yaletown in it was the late 1990s.
A place like New West is fabulous, and it's small enough you can feel like you do really make a difference. And it's just a matter of starting with something you like and getting involved and really building a network and giving it time.
We are a city that continues to shine, and we're a city that no matter where you're from, you're always going to feel like you're at home.
It's a pleasure to be nominated amongst a whole lot of you for all the efforts that I think people are putting forward, and I think there are a lot of people putting a lot of effort forward.
I remember sharing the fact that I got on this list on social media, and I got a lot of people commenting, and it just brought a lot of people and brought interest to New Westminster. It was pretty cool.
So many great people on this list this year. I know that we can't fit all the great people of New Westminster on a list of 25, but it's really been fabulous to be a part of this list.
You know, I think it's great that we're being recognized. I think this is a great initiative. I think it's a sign of things that are changing in New Westminster. The fact that there is, more new generations coming in, starting businesses, starting families. There's definitely the sense that there's something happening in New Westminster that is different from, the past 20 years.
For my dad, I mean, this was where he started his business, and he was a part of the group of lawyers and accountants that were at the Westminster Club. And I think for a couple decades there, it got very quiet. And now to have this resurgence of young people, and I've got to give so much credit to Tej for, driving so many of these gatherings and putting momentum behind this stuff.
Really gratifying to be a part of such a fantastic and dynamic group of people. So I would have to say congratulations, and I'm glad I can be a part of it.
I just want to congratulate all the other NextUP recipients, and I'm really honored to be a part of this group, and I'm looking forward to working with them through the next few years, and I know there's lots more NextUP coming as well. There's lots of really energetic and creative people in New Westminster, and looking forward to getting to know them.
There's a lot of things to see here. There's some fabulous restaurants, fun shopping trips. We have amazing parks right on the river. Especially in the summertime, we have a festival almost every weekend.
Come here, invest here. Move here, live here. It's awesome for families, it's awesome for business.
I really like what I'm seeing. There's just a lot more energy, a lot of growth, younger people coming.
I would love to see more people realize what potential New Westminster has. It is truthfully the hidden gem. I would say that it's got great neighborhoods, it's got a great sense of community. My favorite thing about New Westminster is that it's accessible. And not just accessible transit-wise, but it's accessible on a people basis. People are very friendly, people are willing to embrace you, let you become part of a process or part of a community.
Go talk to Michael at Red Brick or Sheila at Lofty Living, people who, again, have built their lives here and know a lot about this community or who are excited about this community.
Since I've started working in New West, I've really enjoyed doing business here.
People that inspire me are people who are part of the change, people who aren't just sitting back.
I think what inspires me is when I see people that are really active, and especially active in the community, because You know, I like to surround myself with people that I like to be like, and when I surround myself with people here in New West, it gives me this energy.
I find inspiration from a bunch of places. I find inspiration not just from particular people. My family inspires me quite a bit to work hard, but I also find inspiration from things like the beauty of the environment, the diligence and the hard work that other people do.
You know what? It's the small business owners in downtown New West that inspire me to do what I do. The people that build their lives here, they live here, they work here, they love here.
Well, there's definitely no shortages of good restaurants in New Westminster, but the space that myself and my wife are really enjoying right now is Wild Rice at the River Market.
Wild Rice and Stefano's.
If it's a summer weekend, I love going down to the quay and down to the boardwalk. It's nice to see some improvements happening there as well. The Pier Park is fantastic, and there's always a festival, right?
If I feel like just relaxing and having a burger and a beer, I'll head to Rivers Reach, or I'll head to the terminal, or I'll head to Brooklyn Tap and Grill. If I feel like having a really great meal on the waterfront, Wild Rice or the Boathouse. Of course, uptown there's Malaysian cuisine.
I want to say Key Sushi, but I'm going to guess I'm going to be one of a dozen people that are going to say Key Sushi because it's such a popular place.
In the mornings when the weather's nice, I get up early and I jog along the quay before work, and there's always seals in the water, and you can grab something at the market if you want.
I love our neighborhood pubs, and I'm sure most of you have seen me there, but Rivers Reach, Terminal Pub, the Heritage Grill, Wild Rice, Boathouse, God, the list goes on and on. Pho, we've got some of the best pho places, sushi.
It's Terminal Pub. It's close to home. It's got a nice atmosphere. I feel really comfortable there. The food is great. The Dublin is another favorite as well.
I heard the Rivers Reach is really good. It's top of the hill at 6th Street there. There's a few places obviously that we like. Having kids, obviously we go to places that are a little bit friendly for for families. So
the River Market, because it's a great place. It's a wonderful community hub. There are some amazing restaurateurs and business people that live and work there.
The Red Brick furniture store is fantastic. I don't think more people should know about that place as well.
Gino's restaurant in Sapperton is actually one of my favorites because they're so welcoming to my son. But there's also a couple of good coffee shops in town.
I love the Coming Home Cafe. I have great coffee there. And then Waves down here on Columbia Street is delicious. Amber's Choice up on 12.
Aside from Waves Coffee, there's Wild Rice.
I really like the Re-Up Barbecue. I think that was a great addition to our lunchtime options. Kirin Sushi is a popular hit as well.
Crêpe des Amis, because they have a whole selection of vegan crepes.
Brick and Mortar Living is my new favorite little boutique in New West. I love that store. I could spend hours in there all the time. Red Brick is another one as well, and River Market, I would say.
I'd love to see more people volunteer in New Westminster, more people get involved in New Westminster. I think New Westminster is the kind of city that's small enough that there's a lot of red tape and a lot of things in the way of volunteering, but it's big enough that you can really do a lot in the city.
Find your passion, find what you like to do, because there's an organization that wants you. There's community groups here that need your expertise, that need your help. Make this city yours.
Well, if you're gonna come here, you should get involved because it's that type of community, right? I've always said the thing about New West is it's a small town in a suburb. It feels like you're miles and miles away from a big city in terms of the closeness the community has. So I think if you come here, you need to embrace that, but then also try to improve the city in whatever way you can.
New Westminster has a tremendous wealth of volunteers, of organizations, of opportunities to really engage with your community, whether it be in your neighborhood or throughout the community itself.
New Westminster is the highest per capita of nonprofit societies in BC.
From what I've experienced, most people are willing to volunteer. They just need to be asked to volunteer. So one thing I would really do is just challenge people to get involved and ask to volunteer instead of waiting to be asked.
Volunteering gets you connected up with your community really quickly, and it gets you connected up with people who share your interests.
In New West, I'd like to see more charming small boutique businesses just to create a density and a variety of something to go to. I think that it would be perfect to have a lot of that happen on Columbia Street, and that might fall in suit to like Gastown in Vancouver, and just have all this great unique variety.
A lot of people ask me, with all the changes happening in New Westminster, are we trying to create the next Yale town? And although I think there's certainly a lot of lessons that New Westminster can learn from neighborhoods like Yale Town or Gastown or Commercial Drive, I think what we're creating here in New Westminster is something actually quite unique to New Westminster.
This city is undergoing such tremendous growth and revitalization. There's an energy about it now that is making us really the place to be in Metro Vancouver's.
This is a great city to raise kids, and so I want to see New Westminster be one of the most livable cities for kids. A really great place to grow up that meets all of their needs in a really healthy way.
So I grew up in Vancouver, so moving here was first I thought, oh gosh, New Westminster, that's kind of far away, but I quickly realized this is a real happening town, and raising a family here is amazing.
I'm really about supporting our local industry and our local restaurants and getting people to come here and advocating on behalf of New West as a destination, a place to be.
I like to describe New Westminster as the TV special town.
New West is like Switzerland. Every other region has to come through it. It's like in the center of everything.
I feel like people in New Westminster are becoming self-aware that New Westminster is a great place to be, but also that we each have a role in making it a great place to be.
You have to sit with it a while before you start to realize how much there is going on in New Westminster.
Most places you have 6 degrees of separation. In New Westminster you have 3. Everybody knows everybody.
I just love the energy and enthusiasm of all the people that I come across.
Very neighborly. People they know what you're doing, you know what they're doing, you look out for each other. It's just, it's warm. It's a small town in a big city, like I tell everybody, and I wouldn't have moved here and to raise my children here if I didn't feel that way.
My roots are here, my life is here, my one love is New West.
New West is an old city, but it's so young and upcoming.
People are real proud of this city, and they have every reason to be.
I think it's just the beginning for New Westminster of really positive things happening at all levels.
To me, it really is a city that does have everything.
It's a small town surrounded by big cities, which makes it pretty unique in that I don't know of many other cities that are like that.
We've had potential for decades, and it's really nice to see that we're sort of on the verge of that potential.
I can't wait to see where we are in 5 years.
Everyone is doing such great work to make New Westminster a better place to be, and I think that it is so wonderful that everybody's got their own projects, their own businesses, their own ways of being involved in the community, and I see that only growing and building. So thank you.
It's really an incredible feeling when you think you've been part of something and then you see it come to fruition and you've really been hoping for it, and that's what happened when I saw the newspaper. The newspaper that showed me that there are people here that are going to move forward. There's young people to take all of our old people's places and to make things move forward. And if I had an opportunity, I'd be there with them on Saturday night, because that's a celebration of tomorrow, and that's what I believe in, is making things and good changes for the next day, which is tomorrow. So good luck to everybody, have a wonderful evening, and keep moving forward.